Hey guys, Video Slack here. I decided to do an update video since it's more than halfway through the year now. And I was going to do it last month, but of course, I didn't really have the time. But for the most part, like usual, I have updated the playlist. In fact, that is something that I recommend some of you watch or go through is my playlist because, of course, as usual, I will get questions asking about things that I've already made videos about. So if you haven't checked the playlist yet, I put a link below in the description for you guys so that you can check out my playlists for any information you might have missed. And yes, I know there's plenty of videos, but at least going through the playlist will help you out. But with that being said, moving on to the next deal. And yeah, as far as what my current channel stats are, I've probably helped at least, from what it looks like, over 300,000 people with love doll information or other information, that my channel regards. Of course, a lot of it is, the love doll videos, but, but, the main purpose of these videos isn't just to help only the love doll community. It's also to help other people too. Like, for instance, it is to help people understand that love dolls are not dangerous. God, English. That they are not dangerous. God, yeah, that space in my tooth is kind of making it hard for me to say dangerous. There we go. Can't believe I said that twice. And yeah, love dolls are not dangerous. I'm gonna say it there again. And also the stereotypes of the love doll owners. I also teach about the love doll owners and to not judge love doll owners, etc. That kind of bullshit. And and all that. But also, I've also talked about, gamers being spoiled. And of course, I do not hate gamers. I'm still a gamer. It's just that my style of gaming has changed over time from the mainstream to a more MMO kind of style play, at least for the moment. I still do play the mainstream games sometimes, though. I just don't really have the time. But for the most part, at one point not long ago, I actually talked with another gamer who, is a really, big gamer. And they were trying to talk about why gamers are not spoiled. And I was like, okay, I'm willing to listen. And then they went on to talk about the reasons why these gamers aren't having fun with these games anymore. And they only picked out the mainstream games that are very similar to each other and was nitpicking at every little detail of these games. And as he went on for, I don't know, almost 30 minutes. And eventually I finally just stopped him about that time. I'm like, look, kid. So you're trying to convince me that gamers aren't spoiled, and you're just nitpicking at every little thing at these games, and you're calling them reasons why gamers aren't liking video games anymore. And the reason why I talk about this is because I think that either a lot of gamers need to just stop playing games entirely and they need to do something else. They need to take a break. They need to go outside. They need to breathe some fresh air. They need to see the sun a little bit and everything. And either that or they need to play a different kind of game instead of just the mainstream games that are the popular games right now, if you know what I mean. And a lot of those games tend to consist of games that, have you go over someplace and kill somebody, for instance. And lots of times the objectives are go over here and kill somebody, kind of bullshit. And I understand it's fun to kill things in video games, but if that's the only kind of game you're playing, then you're going to start to get really bored of video games, it feels like. So either play a different kind of game or just take a break from playing games in general is basically what I would say to something like, to somebody like that, is take a break. But of course, moving on from that, of course, I still get comments. And not long ago, I talked about, you know, I'd say kind of the more hater comments. Of course, I don't think that every one of these people are haters, but the most of what I've been getting recently for some reason is every time I get a negative comment on my video, lots of times there will be a round of comments saying, "Oh, don't worry, Video Psych, it's probably just a woman." And I'm just thinking like, so what if it's a woman? What kind of YouTubers do you guys watch? I mean, so now you guys believe that every negative comment on a Love Doll owner's channel is from a woman now or something? That only women hate guys with love dolls or something? And that's the reason why I was stating, you know, it's been pretty even with, the people sending negative comments on my channel, It's been pretty 50-50 with men and women, and even other groups, whether you're a Christian, incel, or whatever, it's been pretty even, really, as far as all groups go, or in religious groups. So just don't listen to people. If you ever see a comment like, "Oh, it's probably a woman that's sending this negative comment," just don't listen to them. But moving on from that. And yeah, I just have not really had enough time to make videos for you guys. And sometimes I have not had enough time to prepare videos for you guys, or even be prepared before the video starts. And it really is frustrating sometimes. I actually decided to delete 2 videos because of it, to be honest, because I didn't really like how they turned out. And by the way, I'm not trying to necessarily make these videos to, I'd say, become really famous or anything like that. Of course, you do need some attention in order to get people to watch your videos, but for the most part, I'm looking for the people that are just looking for the information when I make my videos, and for the people that just want to talk about this kind of stuff. And some of this stuff is very dark and very serious stuff. But, I've always felt that, it needs to be talked about, which is why I do it. And again, also to help, show people, hey, having a love doll is not bad. And most love doll owners are not like this, blah, 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 for the most part, just educating people. I'm looking for the people that are looking for the information. But I'm also doing it this way because I want to have a real life. I don't want to have Mr. YouTuber's PewDiePie kind of fake lifestyle. No, Mr. Celebrity kind of lifestyle. And then every time I go onto the street, people won't leave me the fuck alone. I'm making a channel in a way that it doesn't affect my life. So even if somebody lays down a comment, or 50 people on my channel subscribe to me, get pissed off, and decide to unsubscribe me all at once, like what actually happened once with the incel incident. But, at the time I was just like, oh, whatever, good riddance, just fuck off. I mean, if you're just going to be a hater on my channel anyway. But moving on from that, I'm doing it in a way so that it doesn't affect my life, because I actually like my life. I don't know about you guys, but I like my life. I'm doing just fine. I don't need to become a celebrity to be happy. And I've already lived in a mansion before, etc. The thing is, that kind of lifestyle actually doesn't make people happy. It's fun to have that kind of stuff. It's fun to have a mansion. But, you get bored of that kind of stuff. And next thing you know, you realize that you live in the amount of space that you really don't need. I remember our sitting room in our house, so to speak, as it was called, because when a house has too many rooms, when a house has too many rooms, with mansions, what they tend to do is that they tend to name a room very specifically. And so there was a sitting room we had. And the only thing that room was ever used for was my father doing his bills, and that was it. We never, ever, ever used the sitting room. And as well as a couple other rooms in the house. Just living in a mansion it's too much space. It's more space than anybody needs, in my opinion, and it's a waste of money, in my opinion, as well. But of course, enough about that. So yeah, that's the reason why I've talked about that kind of stuff, is to help people know that kind of stuff, and to help. God, I'm having a hard time talking today, aren't I? To help people, you know, show them that they don't actually have to live that kind of lifestyle. That this does not equal happiness. And with that being said, I guess I'll just end the video. Of course, if you guys want to, lay down a comment, talk to me about something, go ahead. I'm all ears. And I hope you're all ears for me, because God knows I'm getting really tired of the people coming onto my channel sometimes and trying to plead the fifth. Yeah, and that's also the same thing too. Yeah. And yeah, some of those rooms really were just fucking useless. But anyway. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.